Yeah. What it is, what it do, what it is, what it do. It's your boy, the Ghetto Shaman Exquisite Mindset, back with some more raw facts. And today, we're going to talk about this Diddy doc that 50 made. I watched the first 4 episodes. I haven't checked to see if there's more episodes out now. But we're just going to speak on the first 4 episodes of this documentary. That is absolutely outrageous. It is something that I was, you have, growing up, right? Because I'm from this era, right? I grew up watching the Bad Boy evolution and everything, Diddy's growth and what he's been going through. And one thing that I think a lot of us always knew, that Diddy was off. He was always a little bit suspect. He was always there was something that just wasn't right about him. But you just said, whatever. He's probably just an eccentric Harlem nigga. You know what I'm saying? But there was always something that wasn't right about him. And this documentary is extremely revealing in nature, to the fact that he was a very dark soul, ultimately. You understand what I'm saying? The things he did, the situations he was involved in, the people that he allegedly had taken out. You understand what I'm saying? And the connections is all there, because he had a big connection to L.A. Crips, right? And Pac got taken out by L.A. Crips. Biggie got taken out in L.A. And then you look at even more recent situations like Nipsey Hussle, who got taken out by L.A. Crips. And even 50 Cent, one of his longtime rivals, Protege, got taken out by L.A. Crips. Now, that's just a random theory I had, but I'm just saying things just seem to be all lined up and connected that way. Y'all gotta understand something. I'm sitting here, I'm watching this documentary, and I'm taking it all in. And it's just like, man, this dude was filled with so much envy. It seems like, and it's crazy because people who seem like they have it all always are still envious. Always are still envious of someone else's things that they have. The person, the woman they with, the guy they with, the whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, they always find themselves still hunting for more. Now, for our culture, this is a crazy thing, because we all, like, we saw that he was a foul nigga for years. We understood that he was a foul nigga with the way he did business, with Mace, the way he did business with the Locks, the way he did business with Craig Mack, the way he did business with Black Rob, the way he did business with the majority of his artists. Biggie, like Jodeci, Mary J, or 112 are probably his most successful acts, even though you got, like, a lot of the artists were very successful too, like Jadakiss and all that. We know who these people are. These people are mainstays in the culture. They're legends. And he did bring a lot of them to that mainstream forefront. But when you realize the whole time he was raping them financially, I don't think too many of them, none of those people that I mentioned physically, obviously, you know what I'm saying, but financially, yes, he was doing them dudes greasy. He was doing them artists greasy. You know what I'm saying? And you realize that money is not the root of all evil. It's the man or woman's desire and want for that money that will lead them to evil. And that's what it was. His want for fame and money and power and popularity, and led him down a dark path of selfishness, of manipulation, and then his lust and his demon for his sexual demons, which made him a sexual deviant and degenerate, had him doing things that he really shouldn't have been doing. But again, we don't judge people's private time and what they choose to do in their private time. It is what it is. But speaking on that, you start talking about the dude, Little D, who apparently was getting drugged and assaulted by this guy. And then you also got to talk about the shorty from Danity Kane, who there was an article, if you watch the episode, there was an article about her, not an article, someone came forward that showed that she was being taken advantage the same way by him. She got drugged, and him and his security ran a train on her, and she was like, she has no memory of that ever happening, but someone said they saw it happening to her, and she seemed like she was completely gone at the time, like, so she wouldn't have no recollection of it happening. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, yo, this documentary is absolutely crazy. I understand why 50 did it. This is information that we needed to have as in the public, because you can't be just idolizing people. This is why I've never idolized any celebrities of any kind, because you really don't know who they are at all. And we still don't really know who he is, because this is a documentary designed to paint him a certain way. You understand what I'm saying? His image is completely shot in our eyes, regardless. But like, this documentary was designed to, like, land that final blow to his legacy and his image. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of the footage from this documentary is his own footage. It's the footage that he himself had recorded. So it's not like somebody's was secretly recording him, or there was no. And then come to find out, the reason why 50 was able to get the footage was because he wasn't paying these people. How you have somebody take all of this private footage of you and then you don't pay them? They're going to do whatever the hell they want with it now. What you think, they just going to be loyal to you for what? It's business. And you ain't holding up your end of the business. You ain't holding up your end of the bargain. So, yeah, boy, your business is about to be all up out here in this world now. I mean, yo, personally, for me, it's like, do I think he did it? I mean, according to him, his last words, what people want him to be remembered by, is Diddy did it. Diddy did it. So then, I mean, he said Diddy did it. So I just go on what he's saying. But I'm not going to hold you. I want to go back real quick to the Little D thing, though, because that shit is a funny situation to me. Because in the doc, he's like, yeah, it was a couple of times, 3, 4, 5 times, when he woke up and he was laying next to him and shit. Like, bro, what? What kind of grown man are you, bro? This is why I say, money, the want and desire, and the fiend for money and fame will lead you to a place where you will allow anyone to do anything to you as long as you still reap those benefits. But the thing about dealing with evil is they're going to do evil shit, which means they're not going to give you what you came for. they're just gonna take what they want. And he got what he want from him, didn't pay him nothing, and the only thing he left with is a sore bum. That's crazy. He did that to himself, low-key. I'm not going to hold you. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to judge. But low-key, he did that to himself, man. It is what it is. But as far as everything else goes in that doc, man, I don't know, man. Ain't no coming back for this guy, man. When he get out, man, if I was him, man, I would just maybe write a book and then just retire from the spotlight for some long time. Just get out of the way. Go chill on your island or whatever and just get out of the way, bro. That's the only thing you can do, bro. Because the jokes ain't gonna stop. The memes ain't gonna stop. The criticism isn't gonna stop. None of it's gonna stop. It's gonna keep coming for years. Years, man. This doc is gonna stick around for a long time. They're gonna be bringing this up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it is what it is, to be honest. It is what it is. Here's my raw facts on this entire thing. Diddy moved through life with a chip on his shoulder. But the chip that he had on his shoulder was a chip of envy and want to be something that he didn't have to be. He was someone. He was one of the best promoters and producers and talent agents in the business. But he wanted to be the talent. He wanted to be the guy that was the main center of attention. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of just being the A&R, being the executive, being the producer, and thriving in that role, he wanted to be the artist. He wanted to be the face. And it led him down a path of darkness to the point where now someone is doing a reckoning documentary on him because of all of the fuck shit he did to try and achieve a goal that he didn't need to actually achieve. He didn't have to pursue. He was good in the role that he was in. He was great. He was great at finding legendary talent and putting them in the forefront. That's who he was supposed to be. But he chose something else. And then forget it, once Pac and Biggie started, kind of working on them becoming independent, and he started seeing that he wasn't going to be able to become the super rich and powerful man that he wanted to become. I mean, things just point to him knocking them off, man, getting rid of them. And that's probably the most fucked up shit about the whole thing, man. You know what I'm saying? That's probably one of the most fucked up thing about the whole thing, about this whole thing, is that his jealousy and envy destroyed him. It completely destroyed him. It's your boy, the Ghetto Shaman, Exquisite Mindset. This is my social commentary. And this is another episode of Raw Facts. And I just gave it to y'all. Raw. Whoop.